Hello and welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today we're going to be creating a statement floral card. So it's going to have big impact. And to do that we're going to use this Wow trio of embossing powders. This is called Speckled Pearl. And you can see they're kind of speckled, greeny, bluey colours. And I'm also going to use this fresh picked vase bouquet die set from Spellbinders. So I've cut all of the pieces from the die set, and you can see I've cut the flowers in colours, but I'm actually going to focus on the vase and on the leaves, and that's what we're going to add these gorgeous speckled pearls to. And you can see they really shimmer, like kind of quite pearlescent. I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can add your embossing powders to your die cuts, because you might find one easier than the other. So the first way is to add some ink refill. So I've got some of this Wow embossing ink pad refill on this acrylic block, and I'm just dipping in my smoothie tool, and then I can dab that all the way across this vase. And to this I'm going to add the speckled egg. And you can see that's got that kind of gorgeous blue-green speckle, and it's really shiny. I think that looks really nice for a vase. It kind of looks like a special vase finish. And then I'm also going to take all of these leafy bits and I'm going to add the speckled sage to those. So the other way that we can do this is to add them onto our embossing pad and just press them in like that. And to be honest, I use both of these methods, but for today I've got some embossing ink out, and so I'm going to use that up by adding it like this. The third way that you could do this is to add your embossing powder to a whole panel of cardstock and then die cut them out of that. And that is quicker because you're only embossing the panel, not each individual leaf. But I do find that with quite delicate things like this, it's usually easier to die cut them first. I do use the panel method a lot as well, but usually for things that are not quite as delicate as this. So let's just spread these out, and then I can sprinkle this powder all over them. And when I'm picking these pieces up, I'm trying to hold them either on the sides like this, or on these end pieces that are going to be glued behind something else. And that helps to not displace the embossing powder. So I think that this speckled pearlescent look really kind of makes a statement, but then to make it even more of a statement, we're going to use a navy card blank, and look how beautiful that looks against there. Then let's just make up these flowers. I like to use a pickup pencil to add on these details. I find it easier than my nails. So then I'm going to grab a piece of navy cardstock, and I'm going to grab this All the Party Hats stamp set from Lawn Fawn. I'm going to use this Happy Birthday here. And then I'm going to heat emboss the Happy Birthday in gold embossing powder. So I'm using the Wow Polished Gold Superfine embossing powder. So then I've cut my sentiment down into a strip. And then I'm going to add some foam strips behind it. I'm going to add that right at the bottom of my card. And then I'm going to put a bit of temporary tape behind my vase because I want to keep that in place while I'm gluing everything down. And then I'm going to start gluing everything on. And then all the stems for this die are kind of arranged so that they fit really nicely around the card. So you can use the picture on the packaging to kind of guide you as to where they should go, unless obviously you want to make up your own arrangement. So then I'm going to take this off. I'm just going to add this onto there for a second while I add foam pads to the back of here, just to make sure everything glues down nicely. And then I'm going to add this on its foam pads over the top. And then we've got this card with that lovely contrast to the background and that gorgeous shimmer to it. I think that really does add a statement. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that we've used for today's cards are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to the blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.